Hi everyone, this is Chris here with Tranquil Earth Yoga. I will give you all a few minutes to see who all is going to come on here. But we're going to be talking about your full self is really what we're going to be doing. So I'll give some people a few minutes and see where we're at. Hello, hi. I'm just giving everybody time to get caught up and see where everybody's at. So how's everybody's day been? I think just one person signed up. It's just one person, isn't it? That's funny. How's life? Sitting here doing the yoga studio thing. I'm in the Chandra Room at my center, which is our blissed out room. It's where we have a lot of our restorative action going on. So our ceiling is completely covered in lights, like little twinkle lights, and we've got fire in here and lots of things. It's basically a lot of reflection that I do in here, so it's a perfect spot for me to do this blog. I bet you everybody is on their way home or getting out of work or trying to hustle and get into traffic. Everybody's probably really, really crazy right now, which is what we're going to talk about a little bit too. Just give people time. I guess that's one thing I realized about Instagram is if you go on and you instantly start talking, nobody's there to listen to you. So you have to give them just a chance and hopefully they'll get on some point. But I hate for everybody to hear half of it or none of it. So we'll just be patient. I'll give it a few minutes. I don't know about you, but I've been all over the place these past few days. I'm pretty sure most of everybody has, so. I have a little message that says, we're telling your followers that you've started a live video. Are you gonna get on? Huh? We're telling our followers that I have started a live video. That's Emma. Hi. Hi. It's like the 5. Hi. Just waiting patiently, seeing who else will be joining. I never know how long to wait, but I know that they're not there right away, right? Remember, this is just as new to me as it is to all of you probably, or maybe you guys are a heck of a lot more in tune with what goes on with Instagram than I am. Yeah, it can take a while for people to get updates. I kind of understand that. It's just sitting here in the quiet space, not knowing what to do is the funny thing. It's like, how long do you wait before you start talking in the conversation, right? Are you going to try and get on from out there? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to watch me. We currently have our yin yoga class going on, so while I'm here, you might hear a gong every now and then. I'm sorry. But it's awesome. Hey, how are you doing? Welcome back. Good to see you again, buddy. We're just patiently waiting to see how many people are going to get on here. Hey, Emma. Good to see you, too. That's my front desk. She's listening from the front because she's like, I can't miss it. So, as I had mentioned a little earlier, I'm not going to get into it yet, but as I mentioned a little earlier, we are going to be... I love that little 5. Hi. I mentioned that we're going to be talking a little bit about full self and what exactly that means to everybody and why I'm bringing that in as a topic. I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. How are you doing today? How was your day? How was everybody's day out there? The ones that are here at least. I know. My messages don't pop up as quick as you guys do, and I type a lot faster. So it's like, how quick can I read and talk and do everything else at once? It's a good science of doing everything at once. Multitasking, the human nature that we try to avoid. As I mentioned, I'm sitting here in our Chandra Room. This is our space where we do a lot of reflection, and I thought that it would be perfect to come and do this vlog in because I think it's important to, number one, with things like this, be quiet, like in a quiet space, and reflect. So there's no mirrors in this room, if you can see, no mirrors. That was my front door, and it goes all the way around. We've got all of our instruments, we've got twinkle lights up there, and we feng shui our entire space here. So behind me are our elements and our deity, Lakshmi, basically the keeper of money. So he's our space for that. So, and then we've got water and good bamboo and our intentions in the manila envelope. And this room also has hot yoga and fire. So I love this room. This is actually my favorite room within the entire space. And when I designed this room, I had designed it for reflection on purpose. So it's not a very big room, and it has a lot of personal practice. Hi, how are you? We're just waiting for everybody else to get on or people to catch up and see where we're at. I was just talking about that I'm sitting in the Chandra Room here at Tranquil Earth Yoga, and Chandra Room is our Sanskrit word for moon. And hey, Happy, how are you, sweetie? Good to see you. I'm so happy that you're on here. We're just waiting for other people to catch up and get on here. I'm in our Chandra Room here at the space and getting ready to do some internal reflection, if you know what I mean, and talk about full self and what all that entails and goes into and where everybody is at right now, especially with this whole crazy Mercury retrograde. It's coming to an end soon. And then Ash Wednesday was yesterday. So everybody's kind of got a lot going on. So we're going to kind of dive a little deeper into that. Good to see you, sweetie. I see your stuff on Instagram and it's so cute. I love what you guys are doing. It's so amazing. You keep it up, girl. Keep that going. But yeah, just a few more minutes more. See who else will pop on here. I know, patience is the hardest thing to do on this whole thing. Heart back to you. Half heart, because I'm holding the phone, right? But yeah, the whole patience situation with this is like, how long do I wait before somebody gets on here? But I feel like it's only fair, especially tonight since there's so much going on. I think patience is a virtue, and it's going to be something that is needed for everybody right now. So, you know, I'll give it a few more moments and see where everybody's at, and then I'll start going into what I'm going to bring up. We currently have our yin yoga class going on next door, so if you guys hear a gong, that's from our yin yoga class next door. He plays the gong, so it'll get really loud. It'll bong through the whole studio, send some vibrations through our earth and straight into our body, so it's a beautiful, beautiful space. It'd be good for me sitting here, but maybe not so much for you guys in the speaker. Can everybody hear me okay? Just making sure, high five or thumbs up if you can hear me okay. Nobody's having problems with sound or video stalling or anything weird, any weirdness. How much longer would you guys like for me to wait? You guys let me know when you want me to start talking. Hi, Emma. Those fives, I swear, those fives are just so cute. It's like the handprint emoji, and it's like the minute they come on, it goes, handprint emoji. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. We're just giving everybody some time to get on here, talking about full self and what all that entails, sitting here in the Chandra Room. Hi, how are you? We're just sitting here waiting for everybody to come so we can talk about full self and what it all entails. And I'm sitting here in my space in our Chandra room, which is a lot more reflection. Chandra is the Sanskrit word for moon. So everything in this room is pretty serene, pretty reflective. There's no mirrors within this room. There's twinkle lights in the ceiling. There's silks that are dropped everywhere. So that way you can have a space to just kind of sit, think, meditate, rest. This is also the space where we do hot yoga. We do hot yoga in an evening type of classroom. So kisses to you too, babe. But yeah, so hot yoga even goes on in this room. And it's nice because you're not stuck, you know, being in the spotlight in hot yoga. Hot yoga, you're supposed to detox and let things go, right? So we definitely want to let things go, but not in everybody's face. So we practice hot yoga in the eve, which is not evening hours, but in the Chandra moon room. So, all right, okay. So we'll give it one more minute, and then I'm gonna just start going into it. Okay, guys, are you guys all right with that? If I start in and then kind of fill people in as we go. I think I may have been waiting long enough. Patience is a virtue, and it's one that I need to focus on, obviously. So for those that have not seen our Chandra room, this is the Chandra room. It goes all around. We've got bolsters behind there. It goes all the way around. We have a heat source. We also have a fireplace. And coming back to the other side, the room is full of twinkle lights all over the ceiling. And behind me here, there's our fireplace over there. Behind me here is our feng shui within the space, which is a water fountain, and then we have Lakshmi, which is a deity that helps keep and protect money and abundance, and then we've got a bamboo and our intentions and some pictures and offerings. So just sitting here getting ready to reflect. Thumbs up. All right. So let's get started. I guess I'll fill everybody in when they come in. So obviously all of my vlogs are pretty organic. I don't write anything down. I don't, you know, everything's either number one from memory or number two what I'm dealing with right now or what other people are dealing with. So I thought that it would be best to come on here and talk about full self. Okay, so what does full self mean to everybody? Well, right now, a little bit of everything is going on out there. I don't know if you guys have noticed, for those that are not as in tune with astrology or with the yoga world or anything like that within themselves, they don't know what's going on out there. They just know everybody's kind of going crazy. So, Mercury retrograde is kind of one of those times of the year where things go from shadow and then non-shadow and then they kind of reverse, I guess you could say, is the easiest way to think about that. And people feel like they kind of start going backwards or things are at a standstill. They're not moving anywhere. Sometimes they've got some stale energy that is just sitting there, and anything that they do is not moving forward. A good example would be, I'm trying to buy a house and I put in my deed to the house and it won't come through yet. Why hasn't it come through? Well, it might be Mercury retrograde. Anyways, so that's a good example. But today, we just had our new moon happen this past Sunday, and that's a great, fantastic thing. It went from Pisces, and now it's falling into Aries. So Aries happened yesterday. Aries is more of a sign that brings a lot of fire and a lot of passion, and I happen to be a Taurus with an Aries moon. So my astrologic sign is a Taurus, and my moon sign is an Aries, and then my sun sign is a Taurus. So for those that know a little bit about that stuff, yeah, I'm pretty stable, and I'd like to be really balanced and very grounded, but I'm also pretty fiery, and I've got a passion within me that does not move mountains, but it tries to. You know what I mean? So, you know, obviously this moon and everything else that's been going on in Mercury retrograde has made people completely fall off balance. So what I've been hearing a lot from people is worry, is doubt, is fear, is many things that make us not want to wake up in the morning. They're the things that make us not want to move forward. They're the things that make us feel like things are at a standpoint and nothing is going to happen. Everything is falling in pieces, whether it be family, whether it be your career, whether it be your business, whether it be your lifestyle, or maybe you're on a path of weight loss, whatever it may be. And it's right after New Year's resolutions, and so people start to become discouraged about this time. Whether or not it was Mercury retrograde, people are just getting discouraged right now, and they need a little bit of support and a little bit of love and light shed their way. So what I decided to do is come on here and talk about that. You know, everybody's got a weight on their shoulders, and I don't know what that weight is, but I'm sure you guys can relate. However, just know it's going to come through. It's you know, there's nothing that's going to stop or prevent it from moving forward. And the only thing that's stopping things from going is you yourself. And so what exactly does that mean to us when we hear that? You know, what is it that we have to do in order to move forward? Well, let's get real. Get out of your own darn head. Like, there's no reason whatsoever that you should allow anybody anywhere to stand in your way. There's many things in career paths that I'm starting to hear where my boss isn't letting me do this, and I can't go travel because of this, or you know, just anything that stops you, you know, or maybe you've got a goal that maybe you've been failing in a couple times. You know, it's not being as successful as you would like it to be. That's okay. You know, with failure, there's growth. And so you can move past it, but you have to believe that in yourself. And I think that it's extremely important to keep fighting and keep going, because many, many things are going to come within your path. So when I say to become your full self, it's not just who you are when you wake up, but think about who you are as you go on through the day, who you were when you woke up, who you become at lunch hour, and who you fall in bed with. Because what happens is when your body is restless, when your body is exhausted, when your mind is exhausted, we need to break. As yogis, especially here within the Western culture, tantric version of Hatha yoga, we tend to do a lot of asanas practice. We want that fitness dynamic of it. Asanas is just the poses of yoga. So everybody's focused in the fitness world of it. What does it look like? How pretty is it? How fast should I move? How hot should I get it? How much should I stretch? How deep can I go? How much core can I involve? These are the things that they're focusing on. But what they're failing to do is stopping and reflecting and taking a moment to realize what is going on with you right now. And if you do that and just take a step back to give yourself, 15 minutes, put a timer on, start Alexa and say, hey, 15 minutes, start a timer, whether you're going to pray for 15 minutes, whether you are going to meditate for 15 minutes, whether you're going to journal for 15 minutes or anything else, make it 15 minutes. Lay in bed. Give yourself a moment to just be centered with your own thoughts. That is so important. I mean, I happen to be Catholic. For a lot of people that don't know that about me, I'm probably one of the only ones within my family that follow Catholicism still. But yesterday was Ash Wednesday. And, you know, or myself at least, let's just go personal with myself, I find it very hard to pull through with goals. I mean, look at what I'm doing. I've started this beautiful yoga center. I've counted on our community to come in and support the yoga center while I can support them to move through. It's a huge transition. It's a huge endeavor. On top of that, I'm a mother of 3. I'm a wife, you know. I'm a student every single day in yoga. And I'm a Catholic. So last night I went to service and I went to my mass. I received my ashes, and while I'm in my service, which, you know, I'm sorry, I'm probably one of the worst Catholics out there. I don't go to church as often as I probably should. I don't go to parish. I don't go see my pastor. I don't go to confession as often as I should. But I try. I do it as much as I can, and that's all that matters, right? But last night while I'm sitting in service, just at one point, I literally started bawling. I was all by myself. You know, my family, I give my children the rights to choose if they want to go or not, and they chose not to participate in Lent this year. So, but my husband's Methodist, and he just didn't want to go. So, hey, whatever. But I'm sitting there all by myself, and there's lots of other people around during service, and I just started bawling, like to myself, silently, of course. You know how we like bawl inside and hold it in, and then we get like this snotty nose, and it's like weeping. That was me last night, but it was good. Like, it wasn't a bad thing. But one thing that I realized, like, I stopped myself while I was crying, and I was just like, why am I crying? You know, like, what is going on within me that is making me fall into pieces right now in this center of this church? And the one thing that I started realizing, I don't applaud myself. I haven't told myself that I'm happy for the things that I've done, that I'm happy for my accomplishments, and that I'm proud of myself for so long. And This entire year has been a huge transition for me and for lots of people, but at least for me, I didn't give myself that thanks. I didn't look at myself in the mirror and say, wow, Chris, thank you for sitting there and giving us this. Thank you for giving me these gifts that I've given myself. I'm always thanking the universe and I'm thanking everybody else, but I'm not thanking myself for the things that I'm doing, for the things that I'm accomplishing, or the things that you're accomplishing when you look at yourself in the mirror. Now, I'm one that journals. I'm one that meditates. I'm one that prays pretty often. But I'm not one that reflects and says, I'm proud of myself. And it's really difficult to do for somebody like me, but I'm working on it. You know, it's a transition and it's a work through. So I am learning to accept myself for who I am, but also accept the good things and the bad things. Right? So most of the time I'm reflecting on the bad things. They're the things that are here and now. They're the things that are happening currently. But I'm not taking the time to accept the good things or the things that are going well in my life. And I want to remind you guys to do that. Take time to do that, because if you don't, you're always going to feel like a failure. You're going to feel like the word that I don't like the most, I can't. I can't seems to be a word that is not within my vocabulary to use. I actually have a kids program and I say can't isn't in the vocabulary. If there's something physically capable that won't allow you to move forward, let's see how we can get past that. Not I can't. There's always a way and there's always a will. There's probably been about a bazillion people within the journey that I started last February, we'll say, here at the center. There's probably been about a gazillion people that have tried to stop me in my tracks. You know, there's been one with my mother. She had dementia. It tried to stop me in my tracks. There was trainings that have tried to stop me in tracks. There are people that have physically tried to stop me in tracks. There's money that's tried to stop me in my tracks. But what I know I do is I persevere. I keep going. I don't stop, because that is who I am as a person and as an individual. There's a song out there, I think it's called In My Blood. I can't remember who it's by, but it's amazing, because it's like when you feel like you're going to stop, keep fighting. It's not in your blood to stop. Don't give up. Keep going. There's so much within you that's part of you as a whole, that is part of you as a full, whether it be your personality, whether it be your physicality, whether it be your work ethic, or whether it be your personality. You are freaking amazing. And I want to tell you to applaud yourself for it, because every single day you wake up, you provide for yourself, you provide for your family, you put something over your head, you put food on the table, and you've got a bed to sleep in. Amazing. That is more than a lot of people out there. But don't give yourself the short draw. Give back too. Take your time to say, I've got all of these beautiful gifts that have been given to me every single day. Where can I give? Where can I give just a smidgen of my time? Where can I give back something? And it doesn't have to be physical money. It doesn't have to be something like that. It could be, hey, say there's somebody in your life that you happen to being rude to every single day. Maybe it's your boss, maybe it's your husband, maybe it's your wife, maybe it's your child. Your teenagers drive us nuts these days. I know I have too. But, maybe it's somebody in your life that needs that extra care and that extra attention, because we don't realize when we meet people or when we incorporate people every single day, who is lacking love, who is lacking touch, who is lacking praise, who is lacking those things. We don't realize that until they tell us. And we are humans. We don't like to verbalize our flaws. We like to hold them inside and reflect inside and then beat ourselves up over it. That's what we do as humans. Animals, they go out and they fight that stuff out, like lions in the den, But we don't. As humans, we hold on to it and then we lash out and we want to kill people, right? So we don't want to do that anymore, you guys. I know, that was totally weird. I know, but I'm weird. I'm weird. I'm a tranquil earthling. Anyway, so, we want to make sure that if you're giving back, make it meaningful. If it's your husband that you're mad at every single day, make it a point to wake up and say thank you. Make it a point to wake up and give him a kiss goodbye or a hug goodbye or whatever it may be. If it's your boss, say, I appreciate you. That's it. Simple words. You have no idea how much that can change somebody's freaking life. I had an employee that was my employee, like one of my employees when I was managing in the medical field. And I had no idea that her husband abused her. I had absolutely no idea whatsoever. One day, we were sitting there and we were doing something, and she must have done something, take something to the lab or something. I can't remember what it was. But instead of saying thank you, I have a way of saying I appreciate you. Those are the choice words that I choose. And I said it. I appreciate you. And she stopped in her tracks. She turned around and she says, oh my God. And she teared up. And then later on, she comes back and she says, I just want to let you know that's the first time I've heard that in a really long time. And it means a lot. You know, it means a lot. We need to learn how to listen to that tiny little voice inside of us that screams to us every single day that says, you know, this person needs our attention. That person doesn't need to be mean. That person shouldn't be mean. If that person is mean, kill them with kindness. You know, it makes a huge difference. It makes us who we are as a whole. But what you shouldn't do is give hate, because hate is powerful. It is a powerful beast, and you don't know who's going through it out there. Competition? Come on, you guys. We're yogis. Why are we competing? Why are we competing? We should be competing with ourselves and battling the things that we have to deal with every single day. Why compete against each other? It's not fair. This is what I mean by being full self. Be who you are and be true to yourself so others can see the light that shines within you. They completely see all of it. They see who you are. They see your personality. They see everything that's beautiful about you. Not just this hard candy shell that's on the outside. It cracks through. We're all Sour Patch Kids, you know? We are sour, but we're super sweet, right? So make sure you're listening to yourself. Make sure you're giving back to yourself, and make sure you're doing everything you can to become who you are, because you are capable of anything. I don't just put those motivational quotes out there on Instagram so people can just pass through them. Read into them. Sometimes every single quote that's out there is very personal. And I seek and I find these quotes and I look at them, and then I do all of my stuff in writing underneath them, and sometimes people just pass them and give it a like. Maybe if you read, you would be surprised how much it actually probably reflects to you or to me, or when you come and see me in the space, you're like, oh, well, that's what she's going through today, or this is what we're going through in the month. Or maybe I run into somebody and they're asking for prayer, or they're asking for praise, or they just need something, you know? We are here for everybody. Here at Tranquil Earth Yoga, we have a teacher that can touch every body that they need to within their space, whatever they're wanting, whatever they're looking for. Maybe my personality doesn't drive with you, but come and give us a try. We're here for you. We're here to support you, and we're here to show you whatever love and care and devotion and energy that you want. But we're also here to take stuff off of your plate, to remove that backpack that's full of rocks on your shoulders. We are here for that, and we provide you with the space. Every single Friday, it's open, free space until noon, because we have a class that goes on at noon, which is a paid class. Amazing. Brittany's outstanding. But prior to that, it's open space for you to come and take advantage, to pick the brains of the people that are here, to just come and sit in the space. Give yourself time to journal. Get off of the homework for a second. You know, give yourself that space to just take a break. Other things that we're doing that are trying to reach out is, as women, we're having a women's circle that's coming on. Drea and I, Drea Love, she's amazing out there. Hashtag Drea Love. We are having a women's circle on March 27th here at 6 p.m. We also have a serenity meeting. A serenity meeting is built up for not just 12-step recovery, but it's also built up for anybody going through grief. Anybody going through recovery, anybody that needs support. If you're angry in the morning and you need support that day, you take your butt to my serenity meeting, and I can guarantee you will leave a happy camper. And if not, then at least you'll leave with something off of your plate, because it's a verbalizing meeting. It's not just yoga. It's not just movement. It's not just coming and doing poses or being gentle or laying there. It's coming and verbalizing how you're feeling. It's coming and hearing vibrations of sound, and we're using it as a community. So our serenity meeting happens 2 times a month, the first Friday and the third Friday of the month. And then our women's circle is starting up on March 27th, and we're going to hopefully host that every 1 or 2 months. We'll also have a community kirtan circle so people get vibration through sound and voice in completely different ways. And we are trying to give you the things that you can use to heal yourself. Allow us to give you those tools, because when it comes to becoming your full self, you can't do it on your own. It takes a tribe. Let us become part of that, and let us help you do it, and allow everybody. If I can't help you, I'm sure going to be a voice in our shoulder to cry on. You know, I'm not this golden key that says, hey, I'm this huge shaman out here. No, I'm just a person. I'm just an individual, just like you, just like anybody else out there. You know, I have a career, I have kids, I'm a mom, I do everything that you guys do. I just do tricks and crazy things too. But I will tell you what I can provide, is that I can provide you with knowledge, and I can provide you with wisdom, and I can provide you with support, because that is who I am as an individual. And there is nothing that we can do as human beings that should stop anybody else. Nobody has the permission to make you stop doing what you already have the passion to do within you. If it is your dream to go and be a singer, then you go, baby girl, and you be a singer, because there shouldn't be anything stopping you. If you need voice lessons or whatever, go and seek that. I mean, there are lots of resources for you. Don't stop doing what you need to do. Don't stop doing what makes you who you are because other people tell you that you're going to fail. If every single one of us told us we were going to fail, there probably wouldn't be very many presidents. There wouldn't be slavery that went on way back when that isn't there anymore. You know, there wouldn't be all these things that we've bypassed. Keep going. Keep it up and keep it going forward, because when you're your full self, you become a beautiful person. You are a light. I'm telling you. It is so beautiful, and it moves forward, and it allows you to grow in ways that are unimaginable. It takes you to places. It doesn't matter if you're a yogi. It doesn't matter if you're Catholic. It doesn't matter if you're Christian or Buddhist or any other Jainism that you might be able to have. It doesn't matter, those things, you guys. Get those things off of the table and leave that judgment behind, because all you are is you. That's all you are. It's just you, just one person. You are your skin, you are your soul, you are your heart, and you are your voice. Use them all in one and become perfect in who you are, because you're perfectly imperfect, right? We're all perfectly imperfect. So make sure that you use the resources to you. If it's not my center you come to, go to another center. Elka Yoga and Wellness in Ocean Beach is amazing. Yoga One in downtown San Diego. Michael and Amy Caldwell are amazing. I hear they're just opening up a second space. Go into your parish. Go into your temple. Go somewhere and seek that support and seek that guidance. They don't just put these places there for no reason, you know? If you don't have the time to go and do these things, do it in your own home. You have a bedroom, you have a bathroom, you have a garage or something. You've got a darn kitchen. You have somewhere where you can get away from somebody and have that space. You owe it to yourself to do it. Give yourself that praise and give yourself that applauding, because you need it. Because when I sat there in that church last night and I bawled my damn eyes out, I sat there thinking, I need to do more of this. Why am I not? And it was an instant change. And when I woke up this morning and I had something in me, it was a fire within me that said, you can do anything. Because I'm me, right? I'm me. Nobody can stop me. Nobody can hold me down. And nobody can hold you down. So don't let them. And if ever anybody's coming in your way and they say you can't do something, you say, you come to me in my space, and I would be more than happy to go there and say, why not? Why not? Why can't they do that, you know? If it's money holding you back, find another way around it. I mean, look at Erin Brockovich, dude. Like, she was crazy. So look at Helen Keller. I mean, there's all these people that are within our past. Martin Luther King. All these people that did things, unimaginable things, that are part of our world today and that made us free, or anything else that we have within our space. If you've got a niche and you have something inside of you that says go for it, then do it. Don't let anybody stop you. And I hope that this was helpful to you guys in becoming your full self. If you have any questions, I do tarot, I do numerology also. I've got Drea Love, she's amazing. She's basically a practicing medium, as well as some other things. We've got lots of resources for you guys, you know. We can help you out, but you don't have to be alone. It's not worth it. You know, we weren't made to be alone. We were made to be a tribe. We were made to be within family. We weren't made to be alone. And when you are alone, you become a completely different person. So get out of your house, get somewhere to do some stuff, and come and see me here at Tranquil Earth Yoga. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this vlog. Does anybody have any questions, or can I touch base with anything that anybody's going through that's listening to this currently? I mean, when I'm on here, it's my time. Pick brain, right? Brain in the brain. And yes, to answer your question, we do. We have lots of different deities inside of here. We don't just have Buddhist deities. We have Egyptian deities. We have Greek deities. We've got Catholic deities or Christianity deities, however you want to refer to them. We've got lots of deities within our space, because everybody does something different, right? I mean, Even if God is just one person, how many things can he do? It's like being that manager that wears all those hats, right? How many things can I do? I'm not the octopus. So, you know, I believe that there's lots of things that are possible, and I believe I'm very open to when things are taken care of. If somebody else can take care of something better than this person can, why not, right? I mean, if this person's all about knowledge, why not? Why not give that up to them and give that away to them? Right? It's just like praying for your sins and hoping that you're giving them up and giving them away to Jesus Christ, your Savior. You are doing the same exact thing, doing it to anybody else. So yeah, I sit here at every single one of our altars, probably a couple times a week, you know, it just depends on what it is that I'm going through, and I sit and I do things with them, and I say things to them, and I thank them, because they're just statues, right? I mean, to you guys, they just look like statues, but to me, it's so much more. You know, it's just like any type of culture. You know, it's just, to me, it's something else. To somebody else, it's just a beautiful altar. You know, and heck, I mean, my 10-year-old, my 10-year-old sits there with her bear every single day, and she tells it goodnight, and she talks to it, and it's something else, right? To her, it's something else, and that's all that matters, right? Because she's finding somebody to let her voice be heard too, and I'm happy with that. Hi, Sony, how are you? And so, anyways, we're finished up here, but does anybody have any questions whatsoever that you want to ask me before I log off here? I'm going to try and make sure that I kind of put a notation out there on the story that says when I'm going to come on here and do any type of vlog or podcast. I'm going to save this video and put it onto my website as a blog. The last one I didn't save, so I was like, oh, well, that was meant for the universe to not save, and only the people heard it that heard it. I talked about what yoga was. You guys remember that one? Anyway, so this one I will try to save on my way out of here, and it will be available on my website blog, hopefully by tomorrow. Don't quote me on that. I'm only one person. I can only do so many things, y'all. So, but it will be available, hopefully, and love what you say. Okay, I'm here. I have lots of answers for you, and if I don't, I'll find the answer. That's who I am. But yeah, so I'm gonna get out of here now, you guys, and I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I hope that you make tomorrow just as beautiful. We had our sun shining, and even if it's not shining, take advantage of the snow. The snow is amazing. The rain is cleansing. The sun is invigorating, right? But the moon is energetic. So take some time to yourself, you guys, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Namaste.